Hello everybody, Beaton here, and welcome back to another past paper practice video. In this video, we'll be tackling some computation questions, so let's not waste any time, let's head straight into it. So this question says, calculate the exact value of, we have 3 and 1 over 4, subtract 2 and 1 over 3, all divided by 1 and 5 over 6. So in this question, they did not ask us to use a calculator, but you can use a calculator to check after you're done calculating. So we want to work with the top piece first. So the first thing we want to do, we want to change this to an improper fraction and change this to an improper. And while you're at it, you can change that when you're ready. So you multiply and then add. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13 over 4. Subtract. You multiply and add. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 1 is 7 over 3. And we work this out. So we find the LCM between 4 and 3. So the LCM of 4 and 3 is simply 12. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. We multiply that answer by the top there. 13 times 3 would give us 39. Subtract 12 divided by 3 would be 4. And we multiply that answer by the top there. 7 fours is 28. So this will then work out to 39 subtract 28 would give us 11 over 12. So the top piece will work out to 11 over 12. And let's turn this here now to an improper. So we multiply and then add. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 5 would be 11 over 6. So this will be divided by 11 over 6. So we can rewrite this as 11 over 12 divided by 11 over 6. And we know we change and flip. So this will be 11 over 12 multiplied by 6 over 11. This 11 into 11 ones, 11 into this ones. 6, 1, 6. 6 into 12 will be 2. So this will be left with 1 times 1 is 1. 2 times 1 is 2. So the answer is 1 over 2 as the answer where we calculate the exact value of this. Next question says, write the value of, we have this here, and we want it exactly, and then we want it to 2 significant figures and then in standard form. So let's write it exactly. So 11.2 squared, when we square that, we'll get 125.44. Subtract, and then when we divide 0.375 divided by 3, we'll get 0.125. And then when we subtract this, we will get an answer of 125.315. And that would be our answer exactly. And we can double check by putting all of that in our calculators. So the next thing they want us to write it to 2 significant figures. So let's write this to 2 significant figures. So 2 significant figures will be the first 2 non-zero digits. So we count 1, 2. And since this number is 5 and more, this will become 1, 3. And then we add in 0 in place of all the other numbers. So this will be 130.000. But that doesn't make sense to put in all these zeros. So we can just say 130. And the next thing they ask us to write it in standard form. So I'm thinking whether they want us to write this in standard form or this in standard form. So let's write this in standard form since that is the one we're talking about all the time. So this in standard form, we see we have 125.315. So we want to move the decimal point between the first 2 digits greater than 1 but less than 10. So we jump 1, 2. So this one will become 1.25315 multiplied by 10. And because we moved the decimal point 2 times, this will be 10 raised to the second power. And also the original number is greater than 1, so the 2 will be positive 2. And that is the answer for this question. So the next question says, a metal is made from copper, zinc, and lead in a ratio 13 to 6 to 1. The mass of zinc is 90 kg. Calculate the mass of the metal. So we see the ratio copper. So this is copper, this is zinc, and this is lead. And we see zinc, the mass of the zinc is 90 kg. So the mass of this is 90 kg. So in order for us to find the value of 1 share, so the most important thing when dealing with ratio is to find the value of 1 share. So in order for us to find the value of one share, we know zinc has a mass of 90 kg. So we know zinc has a share of 6. So this will be 90 divided by 6. So 90 divided by 6 will give us 15. So the value of one share is 15. Next, they want us to calculate the mass of the metal. So this is actually 15 kg. So one share has a mass of 15 kg. So next, they want us to calculate the mass of the metal. So the metal will be the total mass of everything. So let's see how many shares we have in total. So we see we have 13 plus 6 plus 1. So 13 plus 6 would give me 19. 19 plus 1 is 20. So now we have a total of 20 shares. And for this 20 share, each one has a mass of 20 kg. So to find the mass of the metal, so we can say the mass of the metal will be equal to 20 multiplied by 15, which will give us 300 kg. So the mass of the metal will be 300 kg, and that is how we answer this question. And with that, this has brought me to the end of this video. I trust that you have a good understanding of how to tackle these kind of questions, and I'll see you in future videos in which I'll be tackling some more. So stay tuned and keep practicing.